Hi, I'm Lawton, and in this video I'll be introducing DxO FilmPack 7, explaining how it works, what it can do, and why it deserves the attention of any analog film fan. These days there are all sorts of tools for creating analog film effects, from film simulations built into cameras, to Lightroom presets, to the brilliant Analogue effects plugin in the NIT collection. But DxO FilmPack 7 is different, and I'll explain why. It's because FilmPack 7 has been developed using proper scientific analysis to authentically recreate the sensitivity, tone, colour and even grain effects of classic films and darkroom processes. It does offer a wide choice of preset effects and film renderings, but these are intended to be accurate representations of historical media and film emulsions. So while there is some crossover between FilmPack 7 and other analog effects tools, it's approaching film effects from a scientific, academic perspective, and not just as one-click eye candy. Even though some of the presets, especially FilmPack 7's designer presets, do have a really strong look. But to get a proper feel of where FilmPack 7 is coming from, you need to take a look at its time machine mode. Here you can scroll back through successive periods of photographic history, looking at and reading about famous photographs from the era and how they were achieved, starting from the 19th century, then each decade in the 20th century, right up to the 21st century and the modern day. It's not just a dry and dusty history lesson, but a concise and fascinating read. But still, as well as describing landmark images and processes of the time, FilmPack 7 offers presets to recreate those effects with your own images. Obviously, a modern photograph won't always look like an old one, because the modern world looks very different, but it's a great way to combine history and creativity and rediscover some classic styles all the same. Time Machine mode is not the only source of preset effects in FilmPack 7. With the presets tab still active in the right sidebar, you can click the filter tab to see a whole long list of preset analog effects. Why it's called the filter tab is because you can click it to display a drop-down set of checkboxes to choose the effects you want to see, such as colour or black and white, negative or slide films, and so on. Using these checkboxes, you can narrow down the selection of preset effects to just those that you're interested in. When you apply a preset effect, you can switch to the Customize tab, still in the right sidebar, to see what FilmPack 7 has done. Here you'll see a whole series of panels for making image adjustments, and for choosing the specific film rendering you want to use. These often come with their own grain effects, which you can select in a panel directly below. This shows FilmPack 7's attention to authentic detail, and there's further flexibility on offer if you mix and match film renderings and grain effects. This is what some of FilmPack 7's designer presets do, for example. Now, while the Customize panel offers a strong set of global adjustments, you'll see there are no local adjustment tools, at least until this latest version. FilmPack 7 now offers Luminance Masks based on brightness levels organised into zones, just like American landscape photographer Ansel Adams' zone system. This means you can adjust different tonal ranges within the photograph, which doesn't sound very effective compared to regular masking tools, but it is actually very useful. In general though, with FilmPack 7, it's best to carry out any necessary local adjustments in other software, either before you use it or afterwards. And yet there is one exception. If you also use DxO PhotoLab 7, FilmPack will integrate with the PhotoLab interface to offer the same controls, but within PhotoLab's non-destructive workflow. Otherwise, you can use FilmPack 7 either as a standalone program or as a plugin for Lightroom or Photoshop. It's actually very effective as a standalone tool because it can work directly with RAW files, not just JPEGs, and can access DxO's own camera and lens correction profiles to achieve the highest quality results from RAW files. Not only that, you will also get the closest match to DxO's intended film rendering because you don't have any other software carrying out its own processing and applying its own profiles first. That's not to say FilmPack 7 is only useful when working directly with RAW files. On the contrary, you still get the benefit of its historical looks, grain effects, light leaks, textures, and antique lens effects, regardless. You also have two ways to approach the analog process. You can either use FilmPack 7's preset effects or start from scratch and choose the film you want to emulate and its associated grain effect, and then work from there using the tools in the Customize panel. And when you created a look you like, either by customizing a preset or creating your own effect, you can save it as a custom preset and use it again and again. So that's a very quick tour of DxO FilmPack 7. It's an analog film simulation tool with a difference in that it strives to replicate classic photographic films with a technical correctness you don't normally see, together with a powerful set of tools for adapting these into evocative historical styles. So, thanks for watching and see you next time.